What is happening, folks? We are here live. Hang on one moment. Let me make sure I have everything fixed here. Okay. A little bit late tonight. It is Sunday night. A little bit late. Sarah's modding. Thank you so much, Sarah. Sharon Hepperling. Sharon, isn't your surgery tomorrow? Isn't your hip replacement surgery tomorrow, Sharon? I wish you the best of luck on that. Jack is here. Kitten Doe. April Coco. Pat W. Alex the Dragon. Jimmy ZNJ. Louise Cindy Jones Beasy. Justin Rochkin. Kimberly Barr. Ted 37. Zipper Sing Neon. Carlos Rosa. Hello, Carlos. Lynn Downey is here. Louise. Nan B. Chips Not Chunks. Darren Markley. Callie Voltaire. Bogey, Marzell, Darth Tater, Rufio, Gossamer, and AH. Brendan Brumond breaking the rules again. It's unbelievable. I already posted about it on my Twitter anyway, Brendan. But you know the rules. JD, Lark Sporadic, Pippi Long, Darren Markley, Karen, Louise, YOLO Mixwagon, Pat W, Aluna Moon, Geneva Beach, Roxanne Betke, Chris Speakman, Zombie Carrots, Don Co, Artist Caverlin, Bayek of Siwa, Oh America, Joe's Crayons, Dominic DeMarco, K Body, Erica the Pharmacist, Prosy, Tomer is here. Sharon Solomon, Ken Zoe, Andrew Broadwater. I had not heard about the NASCAR race. How about that? Sounds like an exciting post-NASCAR race today. RD's Caverlin, Chucky Gold, Andy's Randomness, Speedy. Oh, it's still warm here. It's still very warm here. It is yeah, it's very warm. It's 83. Sammy Boy is here. Athletics is here. We had fun talking to Randy last night. If you missed it, we talked to Randy last night. We did an interview with Athletics, which was really fun. So you can go back and watch it on the channel. Bayek says, I saw that. Yeah, right here. There it is. So check it out if you haven't seen it. And AH says, Newark had new record of 5 consecutive days of 100 or higher. Cindy Jones is here. Louise is here. Yeah, normally it's not in the 80s when we do streams at night. Normally it's not above 70, but it's 83 right now. It's supposed to get a little cooler starting tomorrow. Very hot today, around 100 today in Boston. JD says like 90 degrees in Richmond, Virginia. Kim Hayes is here. Ann Fitzgerald is here. Darren Markley is here. Welcome, everyone. Kelly Song is here. PS is here. Mary Rose is here. Gordon Gott is here. Low Roller Scratcher is here. Jake from State Farm is here. Lesko Brandon is here. Oh, Lesko, hold on a second. Lesko, you got to change your name. Let's go. If you want to come back, you gotta change your screen name. We don't allow that here. Hey, Chris Lund is here. Chris says, I think we've had over 40 plus days over 400. I think we've had 40 plus days over 100 so far this summer. August is our hottest month too. Diamond Hands is here. Bunny is here. Tusk Splitter is here. Mark Hayes is here. Beezy is here. Vincent Savard is here. No, I haven't tried the black rice from Vitacost yet. I'll try it when I run out of my remaining supply, maybe next week. TFG Moderator is here. Kathy Baltmeskis is here. Eddie Smith. Hey, good to see you, Eddie. How are your travels going, Eddie? Kenneth Colton is here. Groovy Goose is here. Alexis is here. All right. Oh, thank you, Eddie. That's so kind of you. That's very nice of Eddie. Eddie, what's the latest? I mentioned your Buc-ee's video last night, Eddie, because we were talking about beaver nuggets. So I pointed out that you had a Buc-ee's video on your channel. But what's the latest? Eddie has been RVing it. Oh, I didn't bring my water bottle in. In a second, I got to go get my water bottle. I forgot to bring it in. Deborah Whittier is here. Eddie is heading to Branson, Missouri to film this weekend. New video should be up in a day or so as well. That's Eddie's channel. It's called Country Road Entertainment, which I enjoy. Kind of travels around, does different videos. Country Road Entertainment. Oops, I thought you could see it. Now you can see it. There's Eddie right there. I enjoy Eddie's videos. The Buc-ee's one is there. Buc-ee's walkthrough. Beaver nuggets is a snack they have. Go look at, NAH says, what's beaver nuggets? Let the chapters be your friend. I say this again and again and again. Let the chapters be your friend. That is why I do the chapters, so you can get answers to questions like that very easily. So for example, last night, here's the video. Go to the description. Here are the chapters. Oh, look, beaver nuggets. More crisp snack box, beer mix, and beaver's nuggets. You can just click right on the segment. Chapters, chapters, chapters. They can be your friend. What is the link to Eddie's video? Eddie's Buc-ee's video. I just posted it. There he is. Deadwing is here. Angie Bagwell is here. Richard Williams is here from the UK. Katrina Jones is here. Jacob Pearson is here. I got to get my water bottle. I filled it up before we came on the air and I left it in the kitchen. Hold on, I'm getting my water bottle. Sonic is here. I left when Sonic said hi, exactly. Chips Not Chunks is here. Brendan Brumond is here. Deadwing is here. The link doesn't work with your smartphone. I mean, it's literally the link to the video. Maybe you need the YouTube app. I'll put an alternate link. Athletics says, thank you everyone for your kind words yesterday. I really appreciate it. Yeah, so fun having Athletics on the show. Caleb Castillo. He thinks the Buc-ee's in Katy is bigger than the one in New Braunfels because the Katy one has car washes. All right, we are here. Came on a little late. But welcome everyone. I first want to do a why I didn't cover it, which I don't think is particularly necessary, but I'll do it anyway. There was a shooting in Los Angeles today. There's shootings all the time. And all these people started messaging me about it. Now, I was aware of it, but I think people think I cover every shooting now. There was like a shooting at a park, and I think 2 people died and 5 people were injured. It may have been a gang thing, it's not clear. But like, there's so many shootings. But all these people were messaging me about it. Somebody even messaged me and said, "Are you going to go live to cover this?" And it's like, well, we don't cover every shooting. We don't cover the vast majority of shootings. Yeah, I did get some repeated messages, as Sonic says. But, it's just... I don't know if it's because we've covered a couple of shootings lately, but I mean, we'd be on the air nonstop covering shootings. Chris Lund says, well, when you hear from the media mass shooting, it sounds really bad and urgent, so I can see why people react the way they do. Well, I guess the definition being used in that context of mass shooting is shooting of more than one person. But there's different types of shootings where multiple people get shot. So, we would only cover like some kind of the more extreme versions of it, or, something where a person maybe randomly just goes and starts shooting at people. Most of the shootings are not like that. So, anyways, but I feel like people should know that if they follow me and they follow the channels. Callie Voltaire said reportedly it was a gang shooting. The police said they didn't know if it was a gang shooting. Again, I don't know. But anyways, I got a lot of messages about this today. But unfortunately, these kind of things happen a lot all around the country. I mean, I didn't even post about it until later on because it just, if I posted about every shooting, it'd be nonstop shooting posts. So anyways, that's that. We still have been on the air. We've been on the air twice in 17 days on Agenda Free TV to cover one event. It was the one event in Indiana, but we covered it on 2 different days. So, kind of a lighter agenda-free TV period the last couple weeks. But this is the natural way it happens. I have no knowledge, Tusplit, that this is a restricted channel. No one's ever said that before. Oh, thank you, Rita. Rita is in Orlando, Florida on a family vacation. Can't stay long, but's dropping by to say hi. Hey, Rita, I hope you have a good time in Florida, in Orlando, my former home last year. That's Rita. We miss you. Take some photos, Rita. You can show them. Andrew says, are there any big updates on the war news worthy enough for an AFTV stream? If there were, I would do a stream on it. If there are, then I will do a stream on it. How's that? I'm following it, believe me. I'm keeping an eye on it. How long will I stay in Massachusetts? I have no idea. Do not know. You never know. I like it here, though. But I can't say. Who knows what the future holds? Sonic says Rita's going to share photos of the bathroom at her hotel. Yes, the toilet and the toilet paper. That's what she'll take photos of. Okay. Did I get a haircut? Boy, it's interesting that the chapters yesterday say my haircut. Isn't that interesting? Sarah says chapters. Hey, Rusty G came by to do a little modding. Thanks, Rusty G, and Sarah as well. A Husky World is here. Chris says, highlight of my day is I bought a pet cactus for my balcony. $100. I kill this, $100, I kill this within a month. He's saying he's betting $100 he will kill it in a month. I hope it lives, Chris. I once had plants in my apartment years and years ago. One time. Then I never did again. I probably should get some at some point. Maybe when I get the downstairs. Sonic says cacti are hardy, don't overwater. Well, I have a fake plant. I don't have a real plant. Okay. Justin Roshkin is here. Jacob Mosley is here. Michelle Mason is here. Okay, next topic. I was not happy with myself today. I made a decision today that I regret making. Kind of annoyed me the whole day. So I'm going to tell you about this decision. It really bothered me the whole day. So last night, late yesterday, I found out late yesterday that two college friends of mine, well, I'll just say two of my college roommates were meeting up late today. I had no idea this was happening. I basically contacted them yesterday, and it turned out that they were meeting up today. And they were meeting up at the other end of Massachusetts. If they were meeting up 5 minutes away, this wouldn't have been a decision. But, so they were meeting up at the other end of Massachusetts. And when I first heard this last night, I said, I'm going to go. I said, it's a long drive, but I'm going to go. I looked it up, and with hardly any traffic, the drive was 2 hours and 5 minutes. And then I started thinking about it. And I was like, I don't know if I want to do all that driving. Because I wouldn't want to take 2 days. I didn't want to stay over if I went. So I would have had to drive there this afternoon and then drive back at night. So I was a little concerned about the amount of driving. I was a little concerned about driving back at night. You know, sometimes I get tired when I drive. I was also concerned about driving there today because it was 100 degrees. I have an older car. I keep my car in good condition, but it was 100 degrees today. So I was a little concerned about that too. So I woke up and I thought about it a lot. And I finally said, I'm just not going to go because of all the driving issue. And then basically the rest of the day, I was like, I should have gone. And I feel bad for not going. I feel like I made the wrong decision. And I feel like, and I also feel like, why did I make the wrong decision? I'm trying to understand my decision process. I feel like it went wrong. Marzell says, good to think about night driving in the age of your vehicle. Yeah, I think these are legitimate concerns. I guess I just think they probably, in retrospect, should not have outweighed the going. But I've been like Sarah says, felt out like you missed out being with your friends. Yeah, I mean, one of them I can see, one of them lives not too far from me, so I can see him, but they were going to be together. So, no, because one of them lives in New York, so I can't normally see him. I talked myself out of it. When I first heard about it, I said, I'm not going to go. And then quickly after, they said, I'm going to go. And then after that, I said, I was thinking about it a lot. But it's weird. It's weird that I felt that I did decide not to go. I thought about it a lot. Chris says, well, you can't beat yourself up about it now. But see, this is what I do, Chris. This is what I do. No, it wasn't a last minute thing for them, but the thing is, they didn't know I was moved back yet. I just hadn't, I realized yesterday I hadn't gotten in touch with my roommates after moving, so I messaged them. And I said, hey, I'm back here. And one of them said, oh my gosh, we're actually meeting tomorrow. But again, it's all the way across Massachusetts. It's like all the way on the other side of the state. But it's, with no traffic, it's a little over 2 hours to drive. Zipper says, maybe your 6th sense saved you from a car issue. Now, look, the thing you don't, when you say you regret your decision, you're not thinking about, well, what if something had gone wrong with the car, or, driving back late at night and all that stuff. But at the same time, I guess I just think that in retrospect, the benefits outweighed the risks and costs. I hear Cricket says, long drives alone at night can be difficult for me. Makes my eyes very tired. No, that's what happens to me. If I'm driving myself, especially at night, I can get kind of tired. I mean, this was one of the big factors in me not going. I guess, it was bugging me all afternoon. It's real, and it's just still bugging me. Oh, Derek, I can Zoom them if I want, right? Chris says, make an agreement with yourself next time you will do this. I know what you're saying, Chris. I guess my thought was, I thought I was at that place last night. I thought I was there last night. You know what also happened? There was this weird thing that happened, is I basically decided to go. Then I checked the maps again, and it said 3-hour drive. And I said, oh, well, that's too long. And what I didn't realize is that I had was reading the maps wrong. So then either very late last night, right before bed, or early this morning when I woke up, I checked it again. And I was like, oh, wait, no, it really is 2 hours. But if I had never misread it as 3 hours, I might have never changed my mind initially. So, and it wasn't about, I take very seriously I don't like to be away because in case news happens. That's very serious. And I normally don't, go that far away from home. And that is why if I did do this, I would have wanted to come back tonight. I didn't want to stay over. Because then to me it's just too much time away, not being available to go on the air. But it's just so weird. Callie Voltaire says, you made the decision you felt more comfortable with, but sometimes you need to take a risk next time. Yeah. It just bothers me that I made the decision. Then I was thinking about it after I made it. I was like, oh, I could still go. It's a half hour later. But I was like, and then now I feel I should have went. Emma G says, this always gets me. I overanalyze everything and my emotions get to me, leaving me feel how you were feeling. I've been thinking about it all day. Rid Comic says, I can always talk myself into doing nothing. It's easy for me, LOL. Now, of course, I could have gone and my car could have broken down, right? But I also could have gone and had a good time. Sarah says, you have made this decision many times, especially for missing the news. Going to the beach, exploring Florida, etc. Yeah, I didn't really explore Florida. I really try to stay close to home. But that wasn't, the decision to not go wasn't just staying closer to home. But I guess you could say the decision to not go and then stay overnight was about being closer to home. Yeah, it just didn't feel like to me that I didn't want to just spend 2 days doing it. Hetty says maybe it was a blessing in disguise. Maybe. RD says, it's a perfectly normal response. My son made me leave my comfort zone for Mother's Day, and in the end it was an epic time. Yeah, it's so weird. It's just, Now, Sonic, I knew Michael, but not that well. Callie Voltaire says, I almost did the same last week. I met my friend from London and LA, but at first I didn't want to do the drive. I am happy I saw my friend at the end. I feel like I should have known better. I don't know. Again, who knows? I don't know what would have happened if I went, right? I have no idea what would have happened if I went. I wouldn't have had a bad time if I went. That I knew. I would have had a good time if I went. But Sarah says, next time tweet about it and everyone would tell you to go. Anyways. But it's been bothering me nonstop all day. Leon says, why do you always question yourself over things you already made up your mind about? Thank you, Red Comics. Red Comics says, I enjoy keeping my thoughts and fears away from my thought process, but it never works out. It bothers me to think that my decision-making process is not working properly. Linda Gordon is here. We could do as, Darren points out, and some other people know, we could set up a Zoom, certainly. It's not quite the same, though. Athletic says, that's one of my issues. I always second-guess myself. Maybe get a rental car? Nah, I wouldn't want to bother doing that. Then I'd be annoyed at spending the money on the rental car. Callie Voltaire said she was in the middle of an LA car chase. It crashed right by their house in Hancock Park. The guy being chased ran past me. Wow. Eddie Smith says, I do that to myself a lot. Sonic says, seems the general concerns of meeting up with friends have increased post-pandemic. I've noticed I'm not as eager to head out as I used to be. Why were they meeting up so far away, says Rick Hoppy? Because one of them was like spending the weekend in that part of the state. So the other one decided to meet the first one. I mean, and the other thing about driving is, look, if you look it up on the maps, it says like, with no traffic, basically 2 hours and 4-minute drive. But there's also a chance the drive will take longer too. Like it's entirely possible you'd get on the road and, takes half an hour longer and you're driving 5 hours there and back during the day instead of 4. Did I have a good day otherwise? Not really, because I was really upset with myself and regretting the decision. It kind of wrecked my day, Chris. That's what happened. I don't usually get this annoyed at a decision, but I got very annoyed at this today. I got very annoyed with myself today. Then you also feel annoyed because it's just like, it's not, these people don't get together that much, So it's not like I can just say, oh, I'll do it next weekend. I don't know. I don't know why I made the decision I did if I ultimately didn't agree with it. Chris says, I would be annoyed as well, but you can't turn back time and try to look forward. I guess another thing I try to do is I want to think about it because I don't want to make a decision I feel is bad next time. So I try to understand why I did what I did. Rick says, what would you have chosen if you had 72 hours instead of 24? I don't know. It's a good question. Sonic says, let's think of a project involving a combination of navel oranges, Goo Gone, or a U-line tape dispenser to cheer him up. Rita says, you just didn't feel like it, then later did. All you can do is make the attempt to reschedule for next time and be there. Now, the other thing, of course, is, again, when you regret not going, you're not thinking about the drive. It's easy to imagine yourself just being there, but you're not imagining yourself driving there and driving back. Gail Lynn says, maybe you aren't used to driving that far out of the way that much. I mean, I usually don't drive, but I've driven, it's kind of a similar drive to when I was in Orlando and I went to Jacksonville to get my shot. No, Diamond Hands, I agree with you. I think there's something to what Diamond Hands is saying, who says you had FOMO, the fear of missing out. I think it did very much bother me. Once I decided not to go, it bothered me that I wasn't there, knowing I could be there. That's certainly the case. That's certainly the case. No question. Ken Zoe says maybe it was the right decision. It was very hot Sunday. I mean, it was 100 degrees. It was 100 degrees. If it was not 100 degrees, would I have made the same decision? I don't know. I think I just needed somebody to yell at me and say, look, just go. You'll have fun, just go. That's what I needed somebody to yell at me. Oh, no, I talked to them. I mean, they're not annoyed. They're not annoyed at all. I don't think they really... I think they would have been surprised if I just came just like that. Yeah, no, I think if somebody else was in the car and it wasn't myself, I would have gone. Marzell said it is always good to follow your intuition. It is a bit of a long drive, both ways. That is true. That's why I chose not to do it. But anyways, I don't know. It's weird. It's like, for some reason, this decision really bothered me all day. So once in a while, I'll make a decision I don't agree with, but it doesn't bother me like this. This really bothered me. Part of me also, I do think there's a safety thing with driving. You know, one of the big, I think the big reason I preferred to ship my car rather than to drive my car when I moved is just for the safety. That you're not taking all that time being on the road day after day after day. Something can happen, you know, people get into car accidents. Now, maybe I'm being overly risk averse about it. Chris says, need an on-call life coach, don't we all? I was thinking of talking to one more person. I was thinking like maybe of calling like my brother and asking him or something, just to get one more opinion. Maybe I should have, I don't know. Emma G says, that's how far San Diego is from me, so I could understand driving back in the dark. We always get a hotel if we do SeaWorld. Darren, I knew that if I went, there might have been a big news story, but I think I was okay with that if I had gone. Anyways, it was really weird, though. It's weird that I felt strong enough to make the initial decision and then felt so bad about the decision after. So this was my exciting day of regretting my decision not to go. I did want to pass along, by the way. Carlos says, next time just do it. Yeah, Jay-Z. I could have talked to Jay-Z. I wanted to mention a couple things I was sent. Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, Linda Belka's here too. Linda and Sarah are both moderating. Thank you. No, I got to see Jay-Z. No, yeah, I did see Jay-Z. I saw Jay-Z about a month ago. Got to see him again, though. Simeon Peebler sent this. Good trip out to the Northeast to visit potential schools for my son's academic adventures, including a stop at Tufts University. Tagging Lookner since Tufts came up in a previous stream. Why is this picture not shrinking? Here it is. That's Simeon Peebler. So he visited Tufts, I guess, with his son recently. It's one of our viewers. It's the Tufts mascot. That's nice. The Tufts Jumbo. The mascot's the Jumbo. One moment here. So thank you, Simeon, for sending that in. Then I also wanted to show you, where is this? Oh, here's what I got to do. Howie M is here. I also wanted to show you this, which Billy Joe Drage sent. She sent me a new kangaroo video of her driving around in Australia, and she came across some kangaroos. Why is this not loading? Let's see. Here's Billy Joe Drage's video.
Burgers. Well, when you spend $30 dining in at Urban Grace, you could be in love even more with a chance to win free burgers and chips for a year. Make it yours.
Look, it's a kangaroo.
Urban Grace. Terms and conditions apply.
She sees them when she drives around. Sonic says, I love kangaroo videos. I want a kangaroo as a friend.
Any time of the day or night. Award-winning barista-made coffee available all day and night at Co Cafe 24/7. We've got you.
Overloading trucks.
She just sees them outside. It's so weird.
Load right from Smart Tech Australia ensures your onboard burgers. Well, when you spend $30 dining in at Urban Grace, you could be
Easy says, like deer in the US.
Free burgers and chips for a year. Make it your burger year. Go to Grace. Urban Grace. Terms and conditions apply.
At Co Cafe 24/7.
So I wanted to show you that. I wanted to show you
Any time of the day or night. Award-winning barista-made coffee available all day and night at Co Cafe 24/7. We've got you.
this.
Overloading trucks is not only unsafe, it's illegal. Load right from Smart Tech Australia.
Marzell says, what do kangaroos eat? Google says they eat. Bushheritage.org says they eat grass as well as leaves, ferns, flowers, fruit, and moss. Athletics says, in my area I see turkeys all the time. Yeah, we actually have turkeys in my town, in Newton. They roam around to different houses during the day. Christina Racinos is here. 77 Pool Bob is here. Dila is here. Okay, here's another thing. I think this is Bob Messina. It says Lookner channel thankful. Now, is this Bob Messina? Bob M. Wherever Bob is, there's lots of navel oranges. I can't find any lately. I think it's Bob Messina. Says he's thankful. People are taunting me with orange photos. New in town is here. Now I got some oranges. I bought some Valencias. You know, I tried a Valencia orange on the air either last stream or the stream before. You can go find it in the chapters. And it was very good, but it only had like one seed in it, but I had another Valencia orange last night and it had a bunch of seeds. I mean, it was very good, but navel oranges don't have seeds. Valencia oranges, you gotta like watch it because you'll get the seeds. You gotta spit the seeds out. So I wanted to let you know that the Valencias have seeds. Aware Penguin is here. I got another orange pic taunting. I got another orange photo taunting me. From Leonette Ashcraft. Do I miss Florida? No, not really. I'm happy here. Leonette Ashcraft says, best I could find today. Thought of you when I bought them. So keep taunting me with your orange pics. Thank you again. Sarah and Linda Belk are both moderating. Sarah and Linda Belk. Hang on a moment here. Hang on 1 second here. Where is the... There we go. Abe Kusi is here. Hello, Abe. Rachel Rizal is here. Or was here. Jackie Morgan is here. Yeah, Rusty G was here earlier modding. 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 Rusty G was here earlier mo Yeah, I showed all of this. Okay. Next topic. I'm going to spare you guys. What I'd really like to do is just talk nonstop about the decision I made earlier today and how much I regret it. Javen Kaganak is here. Javen Kaganak. Cindy says, talk it out. No, the thing is, there's nothing really to talk out. Talking it out's not going to make me feel any better about it. That's the thing. It'll just be in a big circle. Yeah, the brief summary, Linda. Here, you know what? Let old me, I'll just let old me summarize it. See, I do this now. When there's something that I don't want to repeat personally, but I want to say again, I want to have said again, I just let old me do it. That's better. What I have to do is find the right time code. Here, excuse me while I find the right time code. Aware Penguin says Twitch streamers do that all the time. Do Twitch streamers do that? That makes sense. But do Twitch streamers actually do that where they actually, they'll play old them talking to repeat something? All right, let's do it. So two college friends of mine. Well, I'll just say, I kill this, $100, I kill this within a month. He's saying he's betting $100, he will kill it in a month. Don't over. Kind of annoyed me the whole. Okay. Justin Rochkin is here. Jacob Mosley is here. Michelle Mason is here. Okay, next topic. I was not happy with myself today. I made a decision today that I regret making. Kind of annoyed me the whole day. So I'm going to tell you about this decision. It really bothered me the whole day. So last night, late yesterday, I found out late yesterday that two college friends of mine, well, I'll just say two of my college roommates were meeting up late today. I had no idea this was happening. I basically contacted them yesterday and it turned out that they were meeting up today. And they were meeting up at the other end of Massachusetts. If they were meeting up 5 minutes away, this wouldn't have been a decision. But, so they were meeting up at the other end of Massachusetts. And when I first heard this last night, I said, I'm going to go. I said, it's a long drive, but I'm going to go. I looked it up, and with hardly any traffic, the drive was 2 hours and 5 minutes. And then I started thinking about it. And I was like, I don't know if I want to do all that driving. Because I wouldn't want to take 2 days. I didn't want to stay over if I went. So I would have had to drive there this afternoon and then drive back at night. So I was a little concerned about the amount of driving. I was a little concerned about driving back at night. You know, sometimes I get tired when I drive. I was also concerned about driving there today because it was 100 degrees. I have an older car. I keep my car in good condition, but it was 100 degrees today. So I was a little concerned about that too. So I woke up, and I thought about it a lot. And I finally said, I'm just not going to go because of all the driving issue. And then basically the rest of the day, I was like, I should have gone. And I feel bad for not going. I feel like I made the wrong decision. See, that's what happened. That's what happened. So that's great. Old me got to explain it. I used old me to explain it. Yeah, it was 100 degrees here. VRH audio is here. Brian Long says FOMO. Yeah, no, I feel bad I wasn't there. It's been bothering me all day since I made the decision. It's been bothering me. Haven't been able to start thinking about it. Stop thinking about it. No, they both can't come to my place because one of them lives in New York. Linda says, if you didn't go, you probably had intuition it wasn't the right thing to do. Sarah says, I think it's reasonable to think also the last few years has been isolating and crap. It's natural to feel bad about not being able to take an opportunity to be with friends. Linda Gordon says, I have same feelings about driving to LA to see friends. Kindness and Grace says, don't beat yourself up. Sometimes I had regrets too. Cindy says, I'm trying to figure out why it's bothering you. Well, it bothers me if I made a decision that I think was a bad decision. It bothers me that I made the decision in the first place. Nobody made the decision for me. I made the decision. So why would I make a decision that I later considered, that just later in the day I considered that it was just the wrong decision? Abe says safety first. I mean, that was a big part of it. Chris says, well, in your defense, you just learned about this last night, so not much planning time given. Can't expect you to be able to jump up and go with that much notice. But I could have gone. There was nothing keeping me. I mean, maybe for my decision process, maybe if they'd asked me a week ago, I could have thought about it in a little more relaxed state. Red Comics says, I booked a trip to Italy, then changed my mind, but when they said no refund, I changed my mind again and went. I mean, Linda said she sometimes drives 7 hours. So, I mean, I think for a lot of people, they might have just said, well, just go drive. But again, the driving back at night, I don't love. Sonic says, you could just as easily be having the antithesis of this debate as in why did I decide to go? I think, Sonic, the only way I'd have the way I'd have the why did I decide to go would be if the car broke down, or if or if somebody hit me, or if I was falling asleep on the way home and ran off the side of the road. Then I'd be like, man, I probably shouldn't have gone. If I had just gone and nothing happened like that, then I would have been happy that I would have gone. Tom Mix says, it's interesting we have strong subconscious reactions that we have to contemplate before we can understand them on the conscious plane. Rick Hoppy says, in my 7 decades on this planet, there are not many things I regret doing. Most of my regrets are over things I didn't do. I think that's a fair thing to say. Oh yeah, as BZ says, I could have gotten stuck in a traffic jam and been driving for 3 hours each way, or 4 hours, or something, Kindness and Grace think I made the right choice. And it would not have been that hard for me to go. I just had to get in the car and go. And I just didn't do it. And I literally thought about it, like I woke up and I thought about it nonstop for an hour and a half. Maybe it just seemed like a lot to do. Maybe it just seemed like when I could have gone, maybe it just seemed like getting in the car and driving all the way across the strait for 2 hours in 100-degree weather. Maybe I was looking for a reason to not do that. Yeah, no, Carlos says it's really bothering me. Yeah, I don't, normally a decision does not bother me this much. This is not normal. It's just been bothering me all day. So this, I mean, you guys have known me for a while. So, you know, it just, for some reason, this decision really bothered me. Teresa says, question is next time, what are you really going to do? Zom thinks this is the agenda-free TV customer service line. Elsie Collins says, "It's done. It's okay. This too will pass the feelings." Oh yeah, I'm sure by tomorrow it's not gonna matter as much. Leon Reuter says 100 degrees was reason enough not to go. Carlos Rosas said he was laying here regretting many things he didn't do. Regretting not doing many things I didn't do. Yeah, no, Brian, I can do a video chat with my friends. I can talk to them. That's not going to be an issue. One of them lives not that far from me. But again, I think the thing that bothers me is thinking like, oh, something went wrong with my decision-making process, and I don't want to let that happen again. That's the bother. That's really the bother. The thing that bothers me is I'm not imagining all of the things I would have done if I had gone, although I would have had a great time. That's not what I'm thinking of. The thing that bothers me is, how did I make this decision? What was I thinking when I made the decision? Hetty says, if you had a valid reason in your head, then I think your decision-making process is fine. Is it a one-off or do you feel like it's a pattern? I don't know, Jimmy. I mean, I don't normally feel this way about a decision I make. The other thing is, like, the actual time of the drive was really that perfect amount to be right on the borderline. If that drive was a 3-hour drive, wouldn't have considered it. Never would have given a second thought. If the drive was an hour drive, oh, I'm in. Wouldn't have considered it. It was just that drive was this amount of time that it was right on that edge for me. Wasn't crazy. It wasn't like off the scale too much, but it was concerning. It was that exact amount of time. Right, and as Darren says, it's something where he says maybe you're also thinking you missed out on something so special between you and your friends. It's not something that happens very often. BZ says it would have ended up being longer. It might have ended up being longer, the drive. Sonic, it was just the destination because one friend happened to be hanging out this weekend. The other one in New York decided to go meet them. Dennis says, I'm going to comment even though I won't get any notice. I don't know why you'd say that. Dennis says, I went through the same thing. I went to a funeral in Maine from Western Mass. I went in another's car. If my car, no. Chris says, reach out to them in a group email, text, and plan the next time. Give you something to look forward to and show them the attempt is being made. Yeah, I'm already supposed to see one of them when he gets back. And then the person in New York I'm going to talk to on the phone. And he said he might be coming through town in a few months. But you do feel like you can't get back. And I think it was also kind of like, it's nice, it's summer. If I was actually there, it was like a summer day, it was like a nice situation. Gail Lynn says it's okay. It was the drive and the get together was last minute. I do think that maybe if I found out about like a week ago, I probably I might have made a different decision. Brian Long says, those who are introspective tend to wonder about these things. I am guilty of that too. Well, it wouldn't have been 100, by the evening, although it was still pretty hot, Abe said it is midnight now. Linda says you would have had the time to get the card checked, etc., if you'd had more time to think about it. It's all right, Zom. Now you know the rules. So anyways, again, it's the really bothersome thing is you don't want to think that you're making decisions in a faulty way. That's the really concerning thing to me. Linda Gordon says sometimes you want to be spontaneous, but you just cannot do it. Thank you, kindness and grace, for your encouragement. Maria's Kitty Cats is here. Ursula says, you are methodical, it was too fast. Chris Lund says, when is the last time you made a bad decision? I don't think this is a pattern, you're smarter than that. Yeah, this is kind of a unique one for this situation is kind of a unique one for various reasons. People also have different preferences and comfort levels in terms of driving. I mean, some people, they'll just drive hours and hours at the drop of a hat. Anyways, well, you get a little window into what I was thinking about today. Sarah says, I drove 2.5 hours weekly back and forth for a year now, and now the thought of that drive gives me anxiety. One thing I thought of today when I was deciding, I thought of a couple past drives I'd made. There were a couple times when I was living in Roswell, Georgia. There were a couple times I had to drive down to Opelika, Alabama, where I used to live, and back. And that was a similar drive. And it was pretty tiring doing that. There were a couple different times when I had to drive from Roswell, Alabama, south to Roswell, Georgia to Opelika, Alabama. And I had to go there and back on the same day. I did it at least twice. And I did find it pretty draining to do that. Now, I wasn't going there to do something as fun as I would have done today. So I think that is something that was in my mind, is remembering those drives and them being draining. Like, it's not super short. And who knows, maybe in the back of my head I was like, oh, well, maybe I'll miss some news and this way I don't. I mean, I didn't think I was thinking that, but you never know what's going on in your head. Hey, Randy, great seeing you, Randy. Randy's getting up early for work. Zom says, I only drive when I have to. So much anxiety over the one mistake can change your life sort of thing. Dila says, I used to drive 4 hours to work and back home in early 2000s. Wouldn't do that today. Linda says, when we make our 7-hour trek, we stop several times just to get out of the car and take a break. Callie Voltaire, I love driving in more at night. I'm always a designated driver. Hannikin says, if you'd been sitting at the side of the road, broken down, waiting for a tow truck, you'd be asking yourself why you decided to go. At some point before I made the decision, or maybe like shortly after, I was Googling, like, is driving when it's hot out bad for your car? And there are some articles about how it can put some stress on your car to drive when it's really hot out. That might have pushed me a little bit too. Brian said, those drives in Georgia and Alabama would certainly be cognitive schema you would access when making current decisions. Anyways, thank you for listening to me vent about this. I wasn't even going to talk about it on the stream. Jen says 5 to 6 hours in the car in one day is painful and tiring. It's okay to forgive yourself and look forward to your future planned hangout with these friends. It is a lot of driving for one day. I mean, that was what was in my mind. Yeah, Linda says it would have been better if you were driving back tomorrow. By the way, this is the car chase that I can't show this on the air. I'll have to watch it later. Callie Voltaire sent me a video of the car chase that she ended up being right next to when she was in LA. Callie Voltaire says, driving to Vegas, you see lots of cars on the side of the road for overheating. You know, my car's a 2005. So my car is pretty old. Cindy Jones, I'm timing you out. Cindy Jones says, you worry about an old car but buy $30 rice? Strange? What are you talking about? I buy $30 rice. I just bought a bunch of bags of rice at like less than $4 each. And I just bought a bunch of them because I use it every week. Diamond Hands has got to make sure that antifreeze is up to date. Marzel's car has 178,000 miles. Yeah, Linda, Andrew mentioned that today, the NASCAR race. I have an Infiniti. Here, this is from NASCAR.com. NASCAR disqualifies winner and runner-up. Some kind of technical thing with the cars. Andrew, I'm sure, knows all about it. Okay, let's see here. Hang on a second here. Joe's Crayons made a picture. Once in a while, Joe's Crayons sends pictures in. Let me show you this from Joe's Crayons. It's like a Dunkin' Donuts theme. America runs on Lookner. I think well, it's parody, so it doesn't violate copyright. America runs on Lookner. Thank you, Joe's Crayons. We haven't had a picture from Joe's Crayons in a while. Brett Peck sent me this. I thought of you when I found this. It's a shirt that says breaking news, I don't care. That's from Brett Peck. I feel like there was one other viewer's submission I was going to show you and I can't find where it is. Where is it? Oh, I just have to reply. I got a viewer message here. Our viewer William Featherston said he went back and watched the pandemic coverage. He said it was prescient, which means like seeing into the future. One day I should go back and watch the coverage. I should go back and watch some of those early pandemic streams we were doing when it was just starting in China. I've never gone back and watched them. 2.5 years ago. BZ sent me photos of her geckos. BZ sent me gecko photos. BZ has 2 new geckos. That's one gecko. And then crested geckos. Here's the other one. Congrats on the new babies. BZ's new gecko babies. Congratulations, BZ. Zipper says, I watched your first China video again a while back. Was strange. Maybe one day we'll watch one together. Zom says, time flies. BZ says she has. There's more eggs incubating there. Alex Duncan says, I just rewatched your January 17th, 2020 stream. Gives you chills. Tom Mick says, I remember when there were like 50 backhoes racing around trying to build a new hospital in China at the start of the pandemic, and we were all like, what's going on? Well, who knows? You never know what news is going to be next. There's always something new. Something you weren't expecting. Something you're not expecting happens. Andrew says, I watched the one when the Dale Jr. airplane crashes. I can't even remember that. I don't even remember that. This one. 2019. CNN article. The plane rolled off the end of a runway and caught fire. The Earnhardt suffered minor injuries and the pilots were unharmed. That was in 2019. I didn't even remember it. The singer who was in a runaway plane, that was Post Malone. You know, for that stream, that's when Post Malone was on a plane and they thought the plane might crash. And I didn't really know. The problem with that is I hadn't figured out how to get the scanner sound on without getting an echo. So I wasn't able to really get the scanner right on that stream. Linda says we were all following on flight radar. But they were talking about it on the scanner, and somebody sent me a scanner, I think, but I was like trying to listen but not play it on the ear. But anyways, I figured out later how to do that. Hey, Billy Joe Drage is here. Hello, Billy Joe. Billy Joe, we showed your kangaroo video earlier. John Cena Dodgers is here. I don't know what the first news broadcast we did. The first thing I did on Agenda Free TV was like a 3-minute like pre-recorded video about the news. That's the only time I ever did it. And then we just started covering live news. All right, let's see here. What else did I mention? Oh, did I mention that I finished? Yeah, Linda, those were the Etika streams. We covered that for several days. That was really tragic. I finished watching The Summer I Turned Pretty. Brian started following AFTV at the outbreak of the war in Ukraine. Yeah, we have a few years of coverage before that. I finished watching The Summer I Turned Pretty on Amazon. And I talked about it today with my niece. I have recommended this show. It was good. It was good. Dila, no spoilers, Dila. Stop, no spoilers, no plot points, Dila. Come on. I had a nice Snapchat conversation with my niece today. We were arguing about Team Conrad versus Team Jeremiah. You probably don't know what that means. But she's super into it. Marzelle likes Tin Star on Amazon. Oh, she loved it. She's the reason I watched it. She recommended it. I got to go talk. I might see my nieces tomorrow. I'm going to talk to them about it because they both watched it. Zipper's going to start episode 1 tonight. It's 7 episodes, and most of them I think are a half hour long, so you can watch it pretty quickly. Now I need a new show to watch. I can see one reason why it appeals to young women, because the main character is this girl, and the story ends up having like all these hot guys wanting to date her. 3 different hot guys wanted, actually more than that, want to date her. House of Cards, never watched that. Strange Things, watched that. Horatio Hornblower. I've never watched Better Call Saul. Blackbird. All these shows. Karen says, my daughter wants to watch it, but we had to go to my sister's house and watch. Blackbird. See, Michelle Sparks mentions Blackbird. An American crime drama limited series on Apple TV. Paul W. is here. I know nothing about it. Here's the summary from Google. As Jimmy Keene begins a 10-year prison sentence, he gets an incredible offer. If he can elicit a confession from suspected killer Larry Hall, he will be freed. Completing this mission becomes the challenge of a lifetime. Jake says, I love lamp. What is that? What does that mean, Jake? The Shrink Next Door. Murders in the Building. Sonic says, The Boys on Amazon. The Boys, an American superhero series. Know nothing about it. Oh, Jake said it's from the Anchorman. The Umbrella Academy. There's so many shows. How about that one that's We Own This City on HBO? Anybody watch that one? We Own This City. I got to find a new show. I got absorbed for the last several treadmill runs. I was just watching The Summer I Turned Pretty. Then if you're watching something you're into on the treadmill, the run just flies by. But then once it's over and you have to watch something else, if you're not into it, it just slows down your run immensely. I watched some Dexter years ago. So I need to find a new show. The Man Who Fell to Earth, Letterkenny. I haven't watched any of these. Oh, Sonic recommends Doctor Who. I never watched Doctor Who before, Sonic. Does anyone stream Doctor Who? Tom Mix has finished all the Marvel stuff. I've seen most of the Marvel movies. I kind of seen like too many superhero things. Where can you watch the old Doctor Who's? HBO Max has Doctor Who, according to Just Watch. Is that true? Sonic says HBO streams Modern Era. Let me look this up, Sonic. I'm going to look at HBO Max, and I'm going to see whether they have Doctor Who. I went back and watched some of the original Star Treks, and they were pretty good. I just kind of, I reached a point after 4 or 5 where I would just stop watching them. Where is my HBO Max app? Here it is. Excuse me. Doctor Who, Season 1. Wait, what? That doesn't look like Season 1. Why am I looking at Doctor Who and it says Season 1, but it's not the real Season 1? It's like modern Season 1? Is that what I'm looking at? Sonic, can you help me out? It has Season 1 through 10. Wait, why is there 10 seasons? Tom says it was rebooted. Okay, so how about the original Doctor Who's? Sonic says, went off the year between 1989 and 2005. There are a lot of entry points where you can start watching. Benny says it started in 1963. I'd have to read up some articles about where to start. Eddie Smith says Doctor Who is great. Josh Z loves Doctor Who. He's done like podcasts about Doctor Who. Is there like a best season besides 1963? I guess I could Google this. Kim Hayes loves the IT Crowd. Here, look at this. 10 best seasons of Doctor Who according to Ranker from Screen Rant. It says the number 1 is New Who Series 4. New Who Series 4. Rick says the 60s episodes are funky. New Who Series 4. So if I go to HBO Max, am I looking up New Who? Doesn't look like it to me. Maybe I am. I'm so lost. Sonic, if you have a good starting point, feel free to message me. I'll try it. Jake from State Farm says the new Black Panther trailer looks amazing. And very respectful on how they plan on handling Chadwick Boseman's passing. Sonic says he will send me his 2 cents and a brief explanation. Okay, thank you. Outlander, I tried watching Outlander and it was fine. I just couldn't get really into it. I watched several of them and I just didn't really get into it. I just got to figure it out. I got to try some shows. I don't know. I never know in advance like if I'm going to like them or not. Feel free to send more recommendations to Lookner channel on Twitter if you have recs and movies as well. Nibi is here. She's going to call her 94-year-old mother. Oh, Rid Comics. Hey, it was good seeing Rid Comics. Thank you, Rid Comics. That's so nice of you. Rid Comics says, it was good, nice chatting with you all, and have a good night. And mods, cheers all, and remember to be good to one another. It's free and just feels right. Hey, thanks, Rid Comics. That's very kind of you. And also, thanks for the donations. Very nice of you, Rid Comics. Great seeing you. I hope we see you back soon, Rid Comics, in Canada. Thank you, Rid Comics. Mior is here. Mior is your buddy. We hadn't seen Rid Comics in a little while. Great to see you, Rid Comics. Eric Saunders stopped by. Even though we started the stream late, there's still some people popping in. Like right now, Eric Saunders just popped in. Josh Kinder just popped in. Jason Wonder is here. I don't know who HHO is. HHO. Key says late stream, best stream. I've been doing this channel since 2018. We don't have a fixed topic on... Oh no, this channel I've been doing since... The news channel since 2018. This stream we don't really have a topic. We're kind of jumping around from thing to thing. Although the big topic earlier was my decision that I regretted today. My decision I regretted. Daniel Terrell is watching from Kuwait. I read this article, this really weird article. If I can find it here. It was pretty crazy. Hey, look at this. Inside Wall Street Journal, inside Saudi Arabia's plan to build a skyscraper that stretches for 75 miles. The mirror line. Look at this. This is from Wall Street Journal. It's supposed to stretch for 75 miles. When the Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman directed authorities to develop land in the kingdom's arid northwest, he demanded something as ambitious as Egypt's pyramids. What urban planners came up with in response are plans for the world's largest structure, 2 buildings up to 1,600 feet tall, running parallel, up to 1,600 feet tall, by the way, running parallel for 75 miles in a line across coastal mountain and desert terrain, connected via walkways according to hundreds of pages of confidential planning documents that lay out the idea for the first time in detail. The project is dubbed the Mirror Line. It's expected to cost up to $1 trillion and house about 5 million people when fully completed. But raising significant foreign interest in cash has been hard so far. So who knows if it'll get done. 75 miles long. Ervik said that would be cool, but the logistics are probably a nightmare. It's one of a series of high-profile projects that make up NEOM, a development the size of Massachusetts conceived by Prince Mohammed to diversify the kingdom's economy from its reliance on oil. If Saudi Arabia succeeds in building it, the structure would be like nothing else in the world. It is already challenging the urban planners who are designing it. For instance, they're facing a 2030 completion deadline imposed by the Prince's National Transformation Plan and must resolve many questions, such as how to manage the migration of millions of birds across corridors that the mirror line will intersect. Carlos Rosa says, I can see a million reasons why this won't happen. BZ says, run out of things to spend their billions of dollars on. Benny Sidman says, that feels like a dystopian community in the future. Yes, Cindy Jones, people would live in it. I assume people would work in it. Dr. Scopify says, that is wild looking. Anyways, if you want to read more about it, you can go to Wall Street Journal. This is from a couple days ago. Key says recommended a book on her Twitter. I will have to look. She says it's about halting the climate and biodiversity catastrophe. She says so the opposite of this. Anyways, I thought that was interesting. Our viewer Lookner likes Death in Paradise from the UK. TV detective comedy. Thanks for the recommendation. When is the next holiday, by the way? I don't even know. Labor Day is the next federal holiday, says federalpay.org. Monday, September 5th. Everybody's saying Labor Day in the chat. Yes, September 5th. By the way, it is July 25th. In 6 days, the people downstairs are supposed to leave on the 31st, next Sunday. So that'll be a whole thing. That's in 6 days. Linda says, I like Death in Paradise too. It's good, takes place on a Caribbean island. So many shows. I don't know what, I have no idea what the status of their, they're supposed to move out, and they've said they're going to move out. I don't know what the status of their move out is. At one point I saw them moving a table out. That was like a week ago. I saw them moving out a large table and putting it into the back of a pickup truck. It was like a tabletop. I have not seen any kind of movement down there. But for all I know, they've been moving stuff out. It's interesting. Maybe they'll have movers come. I don't even know how much stuff they have. I honestly don't know. It feels like I haven't seen them much. I think maybe they've been away. Linda says we can help design your downstairs. Yeah, they knew when I moved in that they were leaving. They didn't suddenly decide this, but the understanding when I moved in is that they were going to be moving out on the 31st. I just read about this Death in Paradise series. Google summary. The idyllic Caribbean locale of Sainte Marie is a paradise island on which most anyone would love to live and work, except for a quintessential English detective who feels like a fish out of water. No, I haven't even looked into couches yet because I don't even know what the layout is down there. I don't know how big the door is. We got to see what kind of thing can fit in that doorway. You might have to paint. Yeah, the landlord might paint, so we'll see. We'll have to just see in a week what happens. I was looking up hurricane season today. I guess the biggest months for hurricanes are August and September. Keith says painting stream. I don't think I'm going to be painting. Jonathan Green likes Death in Paradise and Father Brown. Bob thinks it'll be cooler down there. That's a good question. Because heat rises, Bob? That's a good question. I wonder about that. We'll see. Yeah, Cindy says another toilet seat to change. Yeah, the hurricanes. August and September are the biggest month, and then October is the third biggest month. Linda says we need a pre-move-in stream to see it. Yeah, maybe we'll do a stream where I show you some of it before anything's moved in. Sarah says, I'm curious to see if they look the same. Supposedly it's the same layout. Am I ready for the nor'easters? We'll see when winter comes. By the way, I did a little trim on my back of my hair. So I cut a little back here. So it doesn't seem crazy long in the back now. Maybe a little messy back there. But I did a little trimming. Sean TV just stopped in at 1247, if it's the real one and not the fake one. This house supposedly was built in the late 1800s. Is Sean still away? Sean, are you still on Orcas Island? Thanks, guys. Yeah, I did my own haircut, which is never perfect, but Sean says it's the real me. He says my apartment is a barn from the 1200s that was converted into 2 units. What is it made of? Sean is still on Orcas Island, which is in the Pacific Northwest, hanging out there. It's weird when we have these times when I'm not on Agenda Free as much, you know, like the last 17 days where we've done 2 streams on Agenda Free TV. It's like such a different existence than when it's busy on Agenda Free TV. It's very different. It's just weird. Sharon F. mentioned BritBox for British TV shows, which she likes. BritBox. He says we'll take pictures and send them in of her place. That sounds good. BritBox is an online digital video subscription service. How about that? Featuring mainly, it is focused on British TV series and films. I didn't know about BritBox. I did not know. Thanks for letting me know. Janelle says I use it through Amazon. What else did I want to mention? It's our late night stream. We usually don't start this late. Started at what, 10:45. Linda says BritBox and Acorn can be accessed on Amazon Prime, but would you have to pay extra for them? BritBox says you can choose it as an add-on on Amazon Prime or Apple TV or Roku. Tammy says it's extra. Abe says Tubi has tons of free movies and TV. Yeah, I don't think we're going to open any packages tonight because it's like almost 1 a.m. This is what happens around 1 a.m. People start going to bed. Unsurprisingly, maybe we'll go to 1 a.m. Maybe we'll do that. We'll go to 1 a.m. and no one can complain we didn't go late. Denise Horton says it's 29 Celsius where she is in Canada, and it feels like a sauna where she is. Sean says $20 for 2 a.m. That is Sean's offer. $20 for 2 a.m. Kim Hayes says, joke's on you, I've been in bed the whole time. If you missed it, by the way, we did about an hour on this decision I made today, which I regretted all day, and I spent all day being depressed, regretting. So if you missed it, go back to about 15 minutes into the stream. We actually did 2 different discussions on it. Actually, let me say this. Hold on, I want to say... I'm going to tell you who I'm messaging right now. I just got a message from one of my very good friends who I want to talk to because I haven't talked to him forever. I think he's in like a different country. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, so he's in a different country. I was trying to reach him earlier today, but I think I'm going to talk to him after the stream. Sean says, what did I miss? Sean, I don't know if I can... I'm not going to play I'm not going to discuss it again, Sean. But what I will do is for the people who didn't see it, I will once again, for the third and final time, explain what the problem was by having old me explain what the problem. I'm not going to play the discussion of it. If you want to watch the discussion of it, then you have to go back and watch the discussion of it. I'm just going to have old me take a minute and explain the problem. Hey, Bridget McGowan was here. Do a stream on it. All right, so here what we're going to do. Linda's going to watch a couple of shows after this. So let me just find, if I can, hold on. But so they were meeting tonight. Decision today that I regret making. Okay. Justin Rochkin is here. Jacob Mosley is here. Michelle Mason is here. Okay, next topic. I was not happy with myself today. I made a decision today that I regret making. Kind of annoyed me the whole day. So I'm going to tell you about this decision. It really bothered me the whole day. So last night, late yesterday, I found out late yesterday that two college friends of mine, well, I'll just say two of my college roommates were meeting up late today. I had no idea this was happening. I basically contacted them yesterday, and it turned out that they were meeting up today. And they were meeting up at the other end of Massachusetts. If they were meeting up 5 minutes away, this wouldn't have been a decision. But so they were meeting up at the other end of Massachusetts. And when I first heard this last night, I said, I'm going to go. I said, it's a long drive, but I'm going to go. I looked it up, and with hardly any traffic, the drive was 2 hours and 5 minutes. And then I started thinking about it. And I was like, I don't know if I want to do all that driving. Because I wouldn't want to take 2 days. I didn't want to stay over if I went. So I would have had to drive there this afternoon and then drive back at night. So I was a little concerned about the amount of driving. I was a little concerned about driving back at night. You know, sometimes I get tired when I drive. I was also concerned about driving there today because it was 100 degrees. I have an older car. I keep my car in good condition, but it was 100 degrees today. So I was a little concerned about that too. So I woke up and I thought about it a lot. And I finally said, I'm just not going to go because of all the driving issue. And then basically the rest of the day, I was like, I should have gone. And I feel bad for not going. I feel like I made the wrong decision. So there you go. We spent a ton of time talking about this. So if you just joined the stream late, if you go back, we had 2 different discussions of it. So that's for the people who joined late. So you can go back and watch. We spent like an hour discussing it. Anyways. But the people still here have heard it. Bob says story. Oh, Bob Messina. Bob, we showed your photo. Bob, did you see it? Bob? Sean says, change your shirt. It was old me. It's the same stream. You want me to change the shirt in the middle of the stream? Bob, isn't this you? It's Bob M. Thankful. Bob says it's me. Yeah, I showed it earlier. Thank you, Bob. We talked about it. Thanks for mocking me. Thanks for throwing it in my face that you have lots of oranges near you. That's Bob. Thank you, Bob, though. No, we showed it. We showed it. one of a couple trolling orange photos I got. Sarah says, share the wealth. By the way, thanks Sarah and Linda Belk for moderating. I very much appreciate it. Thank you. All right, guys, my clock says 1 o'clock in the morning. It says 1 a.m. Beezy says Bob is hoarding all the navel oranges. That's why I can't find any, because Bob has them all. Mark says if Sonic asks what he missed, we can watch a 4th time. Or if anybody asks. No, 3 times is it. Once and 2 replays. Yeah, Bob says that's his kitchen. So, we made it to 1 a.m. I think, guys, Sean, the problem is you're coming in too late while you're on vacation. I appreciate you stopping by. He's having too good a time in Orcas Island. That's what's happening. In a Basket says your camera has a faint scan line that moves from the bottom to the top. I'm not seeing it. It might be a YouTube thing, or maybe your monitor. I'm literally looking at my program and there's no line. I've never seen the line. So, and I've never heard anybody else see it. So I wonder if it's the device you're watching on, because I'm looking right at the raw output and I don't see it anywhere. Oh, Sean says too late my butt. Thank you, Sean. That's very kind of you. I appreciate it. I feel like, Sean, you just time it right. I mean, we start at different times, but you've just happened to time it right the last few times that you come in at the end of the stream. That's very nice of Sean, though. I greatly appreciate all of Sean's support. I had a little bit of the hot. I had both of your sauces tonight on my chicken. I had the Secret Aardvark. I still have a little bit of that left, and I had the soy sauce, the very, very teriyaki sauce, very, very teriyaki. That's what I had on my chicken tonight. Both of yours. Benny Sidman says you can never go wrong listening to your wee small voice. You may never know why the decision you made was right, and that's okay. You are here now and moving into a new day. Sean says I got things to do. Yeah, I mean, you're busy. You're having a good time on your vacation. Erica Morningstar just joined the stream. Erica, you can go back and watch all of the excitement of me talking about the decision I regretted all day making. Oh, I spent all afternoon regretting my decision. Anyways, maybe it'll affect my decision next time. I'd like to think at this point in my life I wouldn't have such incidents. All right, it's 1:04. I think it's our time to wrap up this stream. I appreciate you guys coming by and watching and letting me vent my regrets about what happened today with my decision. Billy Joe Drage says, Sean TV, you're a big fan. We hope to meet you. Well, didn't we? Oh, Sean has never done the Meet the Viewer interview, I don't think. If he wants to, he can. I think Sean doesn't want to do it. He think, some of our viewers would rather remain private. That's up to them. Everybody gets their own choice. Anyways, Billy Joe says she votes for meeting Sean. That's up to Sean. But it's fine either way. Some viewers like to do the interviews. Some of them don't. We're happy with either. Linda says it's all good. You'll see them at a better time. I appreciate your guys' encouragement. Can you kiss Perry on the head for us? I saw Perry earlier today. I'll say hi for you. Hey, let's thank Linda Belk and Sarah. Yeah, Sean talks during the Patreon chats. That's right. He always comes on the Patreon chats. We meet him there. Thank you, Linda and Sarah. Very nice of you to be here tonight. Modding, and all of you guys. Thanks for sitting with me and chatting. Or standing and driving. Kavit, how often? We every so often. We're gonna do more. We're gonna do another Meet the Viewer soon. When's the next Patreon chat? Right now it looks like it's gonna be Tuesday. I posted about it today on Patreon. I think it's gonna be Tuesday night. So it always can change, but right now it's supposed to be Tuesday. Let me thank some of our viewers here. Callie Voltaire, Derek Hansen, Jake from State Farm says maybe Sean will show up this week. Sean TV, Denise Horton, Kavit, Brian Long, Richard Williams, Key says Beezy, Teresa Fowler, Billy Joe Drage, Zipper, Erica Morningstar, Cynthia Moon, Marquez, Cindy Jones, Ryder, Jan Porter, Kim Hayes. If you can't figure Patreon out, you can ask the mods. The mods can help you figure that out. Linda can help you figure it out. Linda knows how to use it. Sean, how long are you away for? Marlena Martirano is here. And was here. So thank you for watching Marlena Martirano. Easy Street with Jen. Maybe I'll be less regretful tomorrow. Hey, thanks, Billy Joe Drage. That's so nice of you. Thank you. Here are the lines. Oh, look at this. This is from In a Basket. I haven't seen this in a basket. I don't know where you're seeing that in a basket because I'm not seeing it. Sarah says she's not seeing it. Sean is on the road for months. Did you ever find your oranges? No, my mom gave me a few navels she found. I haven't found any yet in the market. I keep looking though. We did a whole orange update recently. Go back through the chapters. And one of the last two broadcasts, there's an orange update. I think called Valencia Orange Taste Test. Hey, VH was here. Bunny, thanks for watching. Sean says he'll be on the East Coast in 8 or 9 weeks. Let me know if you're ever in Boston. In a basket, maybe it's your device. Oh, thank you, Sonic. Sonic sent me a Doctor Who summary email. I'll have to read that. Thanks, Sonic, if he's still watching. Don't forget Lookner channel on Twitter, folks. Lookner channel on Twitter. Oh, thanks, Sonic. It's very kind of you, Sonic. Thank you. Big thanks for the email, Sonic. I'm going to have to read that. Sonic says, thanks, D's Mods, chatters, and lurkers. Yes, thanks to the chatters and the lurkers. That's very kind of you, Sonic. And Hang on a second here. Where is... There. Hey, thanks to everybody who donated. Eddie Smith, Rita, Rid Comics, Sean TV, Billy Joe Drazian, Sonic. Very nice of you guys. Very much appreciated. Oh, Linda can't do Tuesdays? Oh my gosh. Well, Linda, we might make it a different day. I didn't realize you can't do it every Tuesday, Linda. That's not good. We might make it a different day. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. We might end up doing it Friday. Well, let me look into it, Linda. Thanks for letting me know. Linda, did you post a comment? I didn't see a comment from you, Linda. Did you message me, or are you just telling me now? We'll figure it out. She posted it above. I see. I see. Yeah, Sarah says, please let me know. Helps plan my evening. Yeah, no, I'll, she posted in the chat, so I got to figure it out. Sean is watching Westworld. I watched like one episode of it. I didn't get into it, but who knows? Maybe if I watched more, I'd like it. All right, folks, I got to get off the air and do the chapters now. It's time to do the chapters. Time to do the chapters. So thank you again. Kim Hayes was there. Kim Hayes, thanks for watching. In a Basket, Derek Hansen, BZ, everybody else. Again, Sarah and Linda moderating, and all the lurkers out there. And Sharon Heberling's surgery, I think, is tomorrow. I hope she just goes well. I wished her that earlier. Leanette Ashcraft was here. Thank you. Easy Street with Jen. C. Michelle Sparks. She says, time to make the donuts. Time to do the chapters. All right, guys. Hey, thanks so much for being here, for talking, for listening to me vent. Great seeing y'all. More streams soon. Who knows? Maybe there'll be a news stream soon. Oh, Susie was here too. Maybe, and Mark Hayes. Maybe we'll be doing news coverage soon. All right, that is it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm going to go do chapters, and we'll see you very, very soon.